Hey, what's going on? Mathew Tamin here. I am so excited to have you join me today. This is one of my first lives that I've done with this channel in a long time. But I'm excited today because I did this Joomla for Dummies a few years ago, 2020, and I got the response was incredible. So make sure that you share this right now with someone that maybe they're looking to build a website, start a business, but they're not really sure what software to use to build their websites. You have so many options today, but I want to show you here what Joomla is and how it can be able to help your business. I've used this on so many websites and it works amazing. So I'm going to give people a few more chance to kind of tune in because we have people from all over the world, different platforms now that are watching. So I want to make sure that I give them time to share the link. Make sure that you're sharing this link, sharing this link, sharing this link. Uh, yep, share the link. Share the link. Tell someone to tune in. And for those that are going to watch this later on, this is something I'm excited about. You know, if you're looking to build a website, you have so many options. Yep, keep sharing the link. You have so many options to build websites. But one of the challenges that a lot of times people just don't know what software to use, right? They get stuck, they get confused, they're not sure. So today I want to go through some of that. Joomla, what exactly is this Joomla thing and how can it help your business and why should you even use it? You know, when I started creating websites a few years ago, that's like 2000. I actually started back in 2002. I believe it was my sophomore year in college. I was 17, and I wanted to, I've always been in the web design, the creative. And there was a company back then that allows you to, to sell like a multi-level marketing. So I got involved in that, because I knew that there was something about having the ability for you to reach so many people. And I really loved that. So when I was 17, I remember opening my first bank account, going to the bank, got my debit card, and I started creating this website. And when I started creating a website, I started to make money off of it. And I was 17 years old. I wasn't making like a ton of money, but just the idea that at that time, and we're talking back like in 2002. Again, for those of you that are watching, welcome. This is live. This is not pre-recorded. So if I mess up, you can see me mess up, whatever happened. I want to welcome all of my Joomla dummies. I want you to do this, right? Do this. Let's do this. I want you to get your cell phone, right? Get your cell phone, your tablet, your iPad, whatever it is. And I want you to go on the camera app. So I got my camera app right here, right? So because this is for dummies, I want you to look at your camera and say, I'm a big dummy. Yes, I am. I'm a big dummy. It's okay. Sometimes we take ourselves too seriously, we take ourselves too seriously. So look at the phone again, record it. Say, I'm doing this live. Matter of fact, I'm recording so you guys can say, I'm actually doing this live on my phone in the studio. I'm a big dummy. Yes, I am. Okay. Listen, I'm excited today. I am excited today. I'm giving people more chances to come in from all over the world that are logging in. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just going through here to see some of your comments. Thanks for tuning in. Angelo, Ezekiel, Bieber site used to be a popular site. Yeah. And that's one of the things too, is that there are so many, I believe I've heard of Bieber, there's so many platforms that when I started, they're outdated now. They're no longer available. And that's why I want to go over this, because one of the things that I'm going to cover with you today is you want to find a platform that's scalable, that is future proof. And we're going to talk about that in just a moment. So many times people build websites with softwares that a year later, that software company go out of business or something happened and you can't use it anymore. I've consulted with so many people that start a business, they start using the software and they get stuck somewhere. They don't know what else to do because they can't find the help. So today, I want to tell you this. There is so much opportunity for you to build tremendous websites, right? And one of the questions people ask me is Joomla dead? Is Joomla dead? And I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. So make sure that you're sharing this video. Listen, I'm doing this not because I don't have anything else better to do. I'm doing this because I just want to share this information that I've gotten with you. To you guys, I've been creating websites with Joomla since 2007, but I started creating websites in 2002. So from 2007 till now, I've been using Joomla. I've helped thousands, tens of thousands of entrepreneurs learn how to build websites without being a coder. So if you're not a coder, you've never coded before, and just the thought of coding terrifies you, let me tell you something. You don't have to be about that, like that with Joomla, because I know there are some people, just the idea of building a website, they get stressed. Like, oh my goodness, I don't know how to code. Where am I going to get this? What about web hosting? How do I get visitors? All that stuff freak a lot of people out. They freak so many people out. They freak so many people out because we live in a society where things are moving forward, right? Things are constantly progressing. And if you're not progressing, then you're regressing. And a lot of times when people want to start a business, one of the key things in every business is to have a solid website. Now, people say, what about social media platforms? I don't need a website. I can put my business out on, whether it's the Facebooks and the Instagram and all those places. It's great to have a website on there. But here's the truth. They can shut you down at any moment without giving a reason why, or a good reason why. I've heard of so many people, and I've even been a victim of that I created a website. I had a business on the platform, and they shut me off. I tried to appeal it, and they rejected my appeal. Now, I had some money in that platform, and I couldn't get it. There was nothing that I could do to get that business back. And I was like, and I really, how sometimes like when you broke, you still broke, and an opportunity come for you to make money, and then it's something like things are moving, then it's like, man, they shut that down. I couldn't get the money from that platform. I was frustrated. So that is why it is so important for you to make sure that you have control over your website. It is so vital. And one of the things that I do is I teach entrepreneurs. These are people just like you who they want to learn how to do it themselves. Sometimes most of the times they don't have the big budgets to go out there and hire a large team and pay the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands. Because if you want to build a solid website, trust me, you're going to have to hire quality designers. Okay, you have to have a designer and a developer. There's a major difference between the two. People don't understand this. Now, I don't want to go into too much detail about it, but when you have a website, it allows you to have maximum control over what you need to do. And you can be able to change what you need. You have that control to build. So what I want to show you here, I've had a lot of success with Joomla, more than I ever thought. When I started creating websites for Joomla in 2007, I was like, wow, this thing is free. When I heard about it. Now I tried WordPress. Now there's this thing, Joomla, WordPress, which one do you go with? Is Joomla better? Is WordPress better? Which one should I create my website? I'm gonna put it like this. Both of them are great softwares, right? But there's this idea that Joomla is so hard to learn. Joomla is so difficult to learn, And the reason for that is if you don't get the proper training with Joomla or any software, it's going to be difficult for you. So when you're creating your website, one of the things that you want to pay attention to, matter of fact, let me cover my notes real quick. One of the things that you're looking for, but the first thing before building any website, when you have your business plan, you know what you want to do. You have your business license ever set up and you want to build that website. The number one thing that you need to first look for, right, is to find a software that's easy for you to use. You don't want to find something that's so complicated. You don't want to find something that is so frustrating to learn. Now, there are people that have gotten started off the wrong foot with Joomla. I've met people that say, you know what, Mathew, I left Joomla, but when I learned about you and you did training for me, I came back to Joomla because I didn't realize that I can do this with Joomla. So the ease of use is the first thing that you need to look for when you want to build a website, how easy it is to build a site. So when you have that, yes, yes, I'm here. So when you have that, then you can be able to start to build something. Yeah, I see you, Angela. I see you. I see you. And for those that are watching this all over the world, so I really appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, so the ease of use. Now I want to just go over here how Joomla works, right? So you want to build a website, and I'm going to share my screen here, and I want you to go to Joomla.org. Joomla.org allows you to be able to download it. This is a free software. It doesn't cost you anything. And when I first heard about that it was free, I was like, wow, this is a free software that I can be able to use. And I went through the site and I looked at what it has to offer, and I was impressed. I was so impressed when I first started building a website with Joomla. Now, back then in 2007, they didn't have all those tutorials that they have now, the training. If I would have found the type of training that I'm providing today for free, man, it'd have been a game changer for me. So I had to learn from the school of the hard knocks. And what that meant was that I had to make a lot of mistakes, because back then we didn't have the training, we didn't have the tutorial. So I want you to go to Joomla.org and to learn about the project. Okay, it's not ran by an individual. One of the great things about Joomla is this: because it's not ran by an individual, you have a support team, a team of developers, you have a team of testers. I mean, it's a huge team all over the world. So this is not a software that it can just disappear in a day. Okay, Joomla has been around for a while, and it is going to be around for a very, very long time. So you want to go to Joomla.org. In a few minutes, I'm going to share with you some of the key players in terms of web design for Joomla. And I'm going to give you some of my recommendations for companies that I've used that I recommend if you want to build something solid. But I want you to go to Joomla.org. Okay, and when you have time, just kind of look around, extend, download and extend. This is extensions. If you are looking to add different features to your website, the download and extend part, extensions, this is where you are going to get a lot of different things here to download. I'm going to cover that in just a moment. And you could also launch Joomla. You could download it. Again, this is a free software that costs you nothing to use. You don't have to pay any money. You don't have to pay any fees. All you have to do is you download it, and then you find a web host. Now, when it comes to web host, you want to find a reputable company that you can host your website with. In another video, I'm going to talk to you about hosting, because that's the key thing. Where do you host your website? Hosting is pretty much just saying, this is where I want my site to be located. All the files from your website have to be stored on a server somewhere so that people can access this from anywhere in the world. Again, make sure that you're sharing this with your friends. If you know someone that wants to start a business or that have a business going and they're struggling building a website, I want you to share this video with them, because I am going to be sharing so much great content for me that will help them to build a solid business. So again, you're looking to start a business, right? Build a website. This is absolutely free. This is absolutely free. It costs you nothing. It costs you absolutely nothing to do that. So go to Joomla.org. I'm just checking my stream. Go to Joomla.org. So now that we're here, okay, you can get a free site. You can test it out before you even pay for anything. They have a way for you to get it for absolutely free. Go on their website, go to launch, and just follow the prompts to get started. Now, I'm not going to do that because I already have something set up. Now, I want to show you the dashboard of what it looks like. This is Joomla 4. Okay, this back in here is Joomla 4. And what this is they have done a tremendous job to make sure that Joomla, the design has completely changed. They've made so many changes to it that now you can be able to do so many cool things with it. And I am going to get to my favorite part in just a minute, but make sure that you're sharing this video, that you're liking it, because, you know, again, I'm not doing this because I don't have anything else better to do. I'm doing it because I want to invest in you guys. If you go on my website, MathewTamin.com, you can see that right now I charge about $600 for a 90-minute training. So, and I have people that would gladly pay that amount because I've been doing this. I'm not a rookie. I'm not a beginner. They come to me because they know they're going to get the help they need. And I just say that, I'm doing this training because I want to invest this time in you. So I'm a little thirsty right now. People usually drink bottles of water, but I have my gallon. So just watch me drink my gallon of water. That gallon of water is so good. Do you have a gallon of water you want to drink? Grab a gallon of water and you can drink some too. Grab a gallon of water. Man, that water is so good. You ever drink water so good makes you just want to dance? Well, I just did a little dance for you. But I was a little parched, but that water tasted so good. All right, so let's get back now into this. So you have this. So now let's say you've gone to Joomla.org, right? And you've already downloaded this software and you want to build a website. Well, all the things that you need are in what's called a framework. It's already been packaged together for you, right? The best part about it is you don't have to be a coder, right? We're going to take a look at what's called page builders in just a moment. And I'm going to share with you guys some of my favorite page builders, because that is where you're going to spend 99% of your time is to page builders. Now, Joomla by itself, the core Joomla, it's a page build. You can use that. But when I started back in 2007, man, they didn't have any page builders back then. So you pretty much had to hand code a lot of things if you wanted certain features, certain functionalities, which it took so much time to do certain things that it was like, man, this. So when page builders got introduced in 2007, I believe. So in 2007, when page builders got introduced, I was just like, wow, this is incredible. This is amazing. I started to utilize page builders to build sites a lot faster. I'm not sure if you ever heard like Adobe Dreamweaver, right? You had to hand code a lot. You had to know JavaScript, some PHP and all that, type of stuff. Well, I learned that stuff, but I'm like, man, to build a website it's taken me so long to do that. Right, so I had to find a faster way to build websites. And when I came across Joomla, then I was able to do that. So now I want to go over and just show you some of the companies that are game changers for Joomla. Right, I'm going to share with you just a few here. Now, I'm not going to share with you all of them, but there's so many of them that are creating things that allow you to be able to build websites so much faster. They offer what's called a page builder, completely revolutionized the way that you build websites. Completely. So if you're getting started and you're not a designer, you don't know how to code, you're trying to figure out, how do I build my website? What tools do I need? The number one thing you need to do is to use a page builder. And I'm going to show you some of my favorite page builders here. Now, there's quite a few out there, but I want to give you just a few. The first one that I want to share with you now is, let's go over here. Let's go over to joomshaper.com. Now, these guys, they have been around for a while. They have been around for some time. Let me extend this here. So they have been around for such a long time. They have what's called the SP Page Builder. The SP Page Builder 4 just came out. Now, this allows anyone to be able to use what's called a drag and drop to build a website. So let's take a look here. Let's try it. And I just want to demonstrate for you how you can build a website. Okay. So again, you go to joomshaper.com and you can utilize any one of their page builders. So in essence, when you want to build a website, right, you want to have the flexibility and the control to be able to control just about every part of the page. So with Page Builder, SP Page Builder, it gives you the ability for you to do that. Now, I'm going to have an extensive tutorial that shows you how to build from scratch, how to use templates. But for now, I just want to show you that you don't have to start from scratch. You don't have to build your website from scratch, because they have tools here that you can be able to utilize. They have layouts. So what you're looking at, you can be able to drag and drop any elements on the page here. So look at this right here. So everything that you see, you have the ability to resize. You can drag things from one section to the next. You can move something all over the page. You can delete. You click this. Now, I know I'm going a little bit fast, but this is meant to give you a crash course. So I mention this because I get so many people that say, Matthew, I'm not a web designer. I don't know how to design a website. I don't even know where to start. So when you get something like SP Page Builder, it allows you to just use the different layout options they have. So let's say you want to build a website. You want to build an agency. You don't have the pictures. You don't even know what style, what layouts to use. Well, with something like this, you can click on the layouts option here and you can choose a pre-made template. I'm going to be doing an extensive tutorial on SP Page Builder, Helix Framework, and other frameworks because this is going to help you. So you want to build an agency or you want to launch a website. You don't have to build it from scratch. Listen, the bottom line is this. If you want to build a quality website, you need to hire a designer that is it's very costly. It's very costly to get a quality web designer. Sometimes you see people that, yeah, they'll charge you like, you know, $10 an hour, $11 an hour, but then you realize that the quality of their work is it's not working for you. And the reason I got into web design, honestly, I used to hire people to do websites for me, right? And even though I did Joomla, I was like, you know, I didn't have the time. So I let people hire people, and I realized that the quality of what they were doing was so bad. I was so frustrated. And reaching the people, sometimes I would hire someone on one of the freelancing websites. They would work, and if I had problems, I couldn't get in contact with the person. I couldn't hear nothing back. And so many times I lost so many clients because of that. I lost so many, man, I lost so much, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars because I would hire people to do something for me and they would start and I never hear from them again. So you can eliminate that. If you're watching this, you're saying, you know what, maybe you have a small team. You don't need to have a large team. One of the things that I do is I train small teams or large teams. So if you want to learn from the start to finish, I train small teams. If you can do your own websites in-house, trust me, it is going to save you so much time and so much money. So let's take this for example. So let's say you want to use this design, right? You can actually import. Let me go back to the layouts here. They give you so many different options. You can choose what you want a business. Do you want travel and lifestyle? It's going to change based on that. Do you want marketing? So you can choose the style that you're going for, and you can use this as a basis for your website. So if you don't know the style, the design, if you don't even know where to start, they have already done that job for you. So you choose one of these here. You choose anyone that looks good to you, right? Again, you're not coding anything. If you wanted to hire a quality designer to do something like this for you, they would charge you several $100s just to do the homepage. Now, a good designer like myself, who's been in business for a while, you're looking at a few thousands to be able to get it. So let's say you want to go with this one. You can click to import. And this is going to import that design that you chose. So with just one click, you can preview it here. So let's go to preview. All right, someone has some issues with this. So that's one of the reasons why I do stuff live. So there seems to be something wrong with the preview for this here. So let's just go back, okay? But again, as you can see now, you can be able to, with just one click, you can import a layout that works for your business, and you can change anything on the page. You can add videos, you can add links, you can add text. You can add a lot of different stuff here. So let me just come back here now. And so you can do a lot of cool things there. That's one of them. The SP Page Builder is one of them that you can be able to use. Another one that you want to use is, I'm going to show you another one, okay? And with the SP Page Builder, as I mentioned before, let's come back to it here. As I mentioned before, it's a simple way for you to get your site up and going. It's a simple way for you to get your site up and going. So they have what's called different add-ons. An add-on, it's something where if you want to if you want to add a certain feature to your website, all you have to do is you scroll down here. So let's say that you want to add a contact form on your website. You don't have to build a contact form from scratch. you can just come here and just drag it, and you just like that. Just like that, you've added a contact form on your site. So if there's something else that you want to add, again, I'm going to do another tutorial that goes step by step how to build a page from scratch, even if you've never coded before. So you scroll down here and you find anything that you want to add to your website. These are all the features that you have. You want to add it, you can build the form. You want to add navigation and progress. They have tons of add-ons that you can utilize. Why are add-ons important? Because they let you drag and drop things on the page. Now this is simple, and this is things that you can do yourself. So if you're starting a business and you're saying, Matthew, I don't have the money to hire a team, I don't have the budget, you can do this by yourself. And if you need extra help, you go to my website, MathewTamin.com, and you sign up for a live, one-on-one live training, and I will go through everything with you to make sure that you get your website up and going. So this is one of the sites that we just looked at, Joomshaper.com. So you want to go out there. We need to support these developers because they do such an amazing job to build it. Another one that I want to take a look at too is Balboa. So you want to go to Balboa.com. Now these guys, they have an awesome page builder. This is like an all-in-one. One of the reasons why I love their page builders is that it allows for you to be able to build a shopping cart within the page builders. I think that is one of the features that separate this one from the rest of them, because with the other page builders, you would have to buy a third-party extension or add-on to add to your website, which can be, cost a little bit more money. But what these guys have done a fantastic job is that they allow you to be able to build a shopping cart within your page builder, and this is awesome. So for me, this is like the perfect all-in-one. Okay, so you want to go to Balboa.com. Go to Balboa.com, and this site is it's called Gridbox. So let's take a look at Gridbox. They have pre-designed theme as well, and the price is very affordable too. It's very affordable. So they have pre-designed themes that you can be able to use, and with their pre-designed themes, you can be able to build anything with it. So let's take a look here at their demo. Now I'm just demonstrating this for you because if you're not a coder, you're saying, Matthew, I don't know how to code. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Gone are the days when you had to code things from scratch. You have to build it from scratch on your own, and you had to figure this out. You don't have to do that. And let me say this, these guys, I don't vouch for a lot of companies. I get so many emails from people. Matthew, who do you recommend for this? Can you recommend for different things? I do not recommend just anybody, but I recommend these guys because I've used them for years now. I recommend Joomla. I recommend Balboa, their Gridbox. Their support is really fast. Excellent support. And that's one of the key things too, is that when you are building a website, you want to get a software that gives you, fast support. So this is the interface, and as you can see here, the interface, let's make this bigger. The interface is a little bit different, right? You can check out how your website is going to look on different devices. This is the responsiveness. This is what every page builder offers, because you want to see how does your website look on different devices. Well, with this one here, you can click here and it's going to show you how it looks on a portrait for mobile phones, on the laptop. You can go through each one of these and you can adjust it accordingly. And all you have to do, again, when you put your mouse over here, you can just drag this item down here. You can drag things in different, just like that. I'm creating a website just by dragging and dropping elements in different parts. Now, again, I do have a training tutorial that I go through step by step with you. So make sure you go to MathewTamin.com and you can sign up for one of my live training sessions where I teach you specifically for your business. This is not a general, but this is specifically for the type of business that you want to, you're building, right? So again, as I mentioned before, they have a lot of cool features here. So let's go over to page blocks. With page blocks, as you get more comfortable building websites, if you don't want to use the pre-made templates that they offer, you can use what's called a page block. So as I scroll here, I can drag any one of these items to the page if I like how it looks. So let's say I'm trying to do something about us, right? What they're showing you here is that this black box that you see right here, you can change that to the image you want. So if I want to use this section here, I'll just have to click and just drag it, and I drop it. And just like that, let me go back to the desktop. Just like that, I've added a portion to my website that I can write about my company. I can change this background image, right? I can click it and change it if there's something, you know, that I want. So I'm gonna go through here. I'm gonna change it to this guy right here. So I'm gonna click to add it, and then click to add. Now, just like that, I've added an image. This can be your company's image or anything, but the idea here is that you can be able to add different elements to different parts of the page, right? So we'll scroll down, and let's go back to the page blocks. I'm gonna go through here, services, description, a price list, price table. So if you have a product that you're selling and you want to offer different pricing structures, well, you just click it, drag this one, and put it in just like that, and you've built a pricing table. I'm showing you guys this because I want you to see how easy it is for you to build your website. Joomla has done an amazing job, and the Joomla community is amazing. These guys, they work so hard to make sure that their extensions are their code quality is really good. So we've built this right now. We'll scroll down, and then we can come here, the page structure. Again, I'm not going to go into a lot of details about this because I want you guys to just see the possibilities for it. Let's go to page blocks. Let's go to call to action. We can drag in one of these. So I like how this look. I'll just drag it, and I can put it right there. So that's a call to action. And you can change anything on this page. So let me give you a quick overview here, a quick tour, okay? So the desktop, as I mentioned before, you can check to see how things look on different browsers and different devices. For the tools, you can upload photos. You can use the photo editor, and you can edit your photos right on here. So you don't have to buy another extension, or you don't have to do your editing externally. You can upload your photos here. You can crop, you can blur, you can do before and after. You click it to select the picture to edit. You can edit any photo that you want, right? So you put the photo right there, and you can change the quality. Now the quality has changed because it loads a little faster. So you have a photo that you want to use on your website, you add it there. Well, you can kind of go through here. Look at this. You click here, and all of this is happening on your site. You don't have to. Before, you would have to buy a, like a Photoshop or some type of photo editing software to be able to get this same thing. But what they've done is an excellent job. Is they have given you the tools that you need here. So look at this. You can change it into whatever style that you want. You can adjust, the contrast, adjust the brightness, the saturation. You can do before after, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So let's go back here. Again, all of these are tools that you have at your disposal. You don't have to be a coder. I always tell people this, that when you have a website, a team, just train one person to learn how to do it. You don't have to have an army of designers. Most of the large companies don't have a large team, right? Most of the large companies don't have a large team that they are using to build their website. They have maybe like a handful of people that are doing their websites for them. So maybe you're starting out now and you're saying, Mathew, I want to build a website, but I don't have a large team. I don't have a large team. You don't need a large team today anymore. I know companies right now, they're making tens of millions of dollars, but they have a team of like maybe 2 or 3 people. When you learn how to build websites on your own, you don't have to have a large team anymore. You can automate a lot of things. And part of what I'm showing you is that automation process. You can automate so many things without having to have other people, like 5 or 6 different people do all those things, because this can handle it. Now let's go back over here. Let me show with you another company that I think that they're doing another fantastic job here. I'm going to show you here. Another one too is Joomla. This is another company that's been around for a while, and they have another great product here. And I really wanted to shout out these companies. Let's go to the screen here. And I really wanted to shout out these companies because I think a lot of times we don't give them enough props. A lot of times we go pirate, right? We go pirate the templates, the extensions, what they're doing. We don't buy from them. I'm just as guilty of that as anybody else. Yes, I've pirated some, some template. I've got some free templates, and I think everybody has. But you want to go to Joomla.com, right? And they have a page, T4 page builder. This is another great tool for you to use. Again, all these are drag and drop elements that you can use to build your website. You don't have to code anything. So T4 is another great page builder for you to use. And you go to Joomla.com. And they have a lot of what's called extensions. These are things that you can be able to do to enhance your website. And the framework. Now, I'm not going to go over frameworks right now a lot, but I'm going to create a separate training video that we're going to do some more training about frameworks, what they are, why do you need them, how do you customize them, how do you tweak them, how do you use them. So they have their own framework called the T4 framework, and it's a very popular framework. Most web design companies, Joomla developers, they build their own framework. And the framework pretty much gives you so much flexibility in terms of the layout. So when you want to give your site a certain layout or a certain look, the framework is what gives you that flexibility to do so. So let's take a look right now. We're looking at the advanced theme feature. And you scroll through here, they have a beautiful admin panel. And you can kind of see here also extensions. Now extensions, they give you an extra boost to your website. So let's say that you want to build a social network platform, right? Well, you can use one of these extensions here, right, called Joomla Social. It's an extension that allows you to build an online community like Facebook. And you can actually demo what that looks like. So let's take a look now at the demo here. Let's take a look at the front end. And we're going to choose, let's just go with this theme right now. So if you want to build a social networking website with Joomla, you don't have to build it from scratch. You can go with something that's already been designed, and all that you have to do is make some changes to it. So I say this because I get so many of you asking, Matthew, I want to build my own online community, for my product or for my church or for my business or for my company or for a specific group. Well, with something like a Joomla Social, and there's another one called Easy Social that we're going to take a look at in a moment. But this allows you to build an online community, and you can control a lot of different things. Again, this is all Joomla. This is nothing outside of Joomla. You can incorporate this into your Joomla website. So look here. It gives you the ability, if you want to charge people to join this site, right, you can charge them a fee. So let's say you have a cause or something you're passionate about that you want to start an online community for, or maybe you have a membership program and you want to build a platform where members get exclusive access to certain perks. Well, you can create this, and only members are going to be able to post things. They can be able to, get involved. So let's go right now. Here, let's take a look at the profile. So if you want to log in, so we're going to log in here. Let's just log in into this account. So let's go back to the home. You have different options here. So to log in, you just go to demo, and that should be able to log us in to see how it works. So I don't really need that. Just X that off. So now let's go over to the Joomla Social. Again, if you're looking to build an online community, this is a great tool that you can be able to use. People can be able to create an account by themselves. They can manage an account by themselves. And I encourage people to do this, especially if you want to give your community the opportunity to have more control. You want to connect with people. A lot of times, it's not always just about selling products or I know that this helps you to connect with your customers, your team, your audience in a different way. You give them the tools that they need, and they can post, they can add videos, they can add photos. It works just like Facebook. They can add videos, they can create events, they can upload files, they can upload documents, and all of this is secure. I'm not going to go over the web hosting part of it or security part of it today, but look at this. You can build your own social networking platform with Joomla. Did you even know that? I get so many people say, Mathew, I wanted to build a social networking platform, and I got a quote. They were telling me tens of thousands. Yes, to build it from scratch is very costly. Well, with this here, you don't have to go through that route. You buy this extension, and within a click, you can have this set up. Now, there's some things that you have to tweak, of course, there, but in a few minutes, you can have that stuff. So let's take a look right now at another company that do amazing work. It's called Stack Ideas. Okay, so I want you to go to stackideas.com. This is easy social. They have so many great products here that I want to show you. So let's go now to their easy social. This is another social networking app. Now, one of the things about this one is that they have an app where people can actually download the app on their cell phone here. So let's go to try. Again, if you're looking to build an online community, you can get that up and going. You don't have to go spend the tens of thousands and go hire someone to do it for you from scratch. You don't have to do that anymore. Gone are the days when you can if you want to. Like if you have a feature that you really want to customize, something that's more proprietary, then you can build your own from scratch. But for most of us, we don't need to build a website like an app from scratch. So let's go right now to Easy Social. Let's view it. Now we just did Joomla Social, which is right here. It gives you a certain look. Now this is what Easy Social looks like. So we're gonna go to, let's just log in. I want you guys to see the look of this one. I don't have to worry about that. So again, right now is a great time for you to build a membership website. Membership websites are becoming more and more popular and more and more needed because people love community. People love to interact. People love to get together and share their interests. They love to get help. What if you can just build your own online community where people can be able to come in, they can post things, they can upload, they can share, they can connect, right? They can build, and you have 100% control over what contents are being posted up, over what people are doing, over what people see. You control it. You can have different admins, right? The admins can be able to control and moderate. You don't have to let people post a bunch of nonsense. Whatever type of online community that you want to build, you can use something like this to build it. So I'm just kind of going through. You can have events. You can limit the number of people that come to your event. So you don't have to stick with just the Facebook. Let's face it. Facebook is a great tool, but you don't have to stick with it and just be that. I know so many companies that started using Facebook and they realized that, the direction that is going, they can shut you off at any moment. They can change things. They can change their rules, their terms, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. They decided to start their own social networking website for their company, their organization, for their church. This can be something too that's great for churches. You want to build something where people can gather, members can share, they can upload, they can connect, right? You can do that all right here. Now, this allows you to build that. You can have groups. You can build separate groups within the site. Now, I encourage you to go to stackideas.com, and I want you to demo this for yourself, where you can create polls. You can have videos. You can incorporate your videos like from YouTube. Let's take a look at this one right here. So you can share your videos directly from YouTube onto your social networking platform. You don't have to worry about server space, right? You can share with like Vimeo, YouTube and a few other platforms that you can import. So whatever videos that you have on YouTube, you can import those videos directly into your own community. Look at this beautiful interface. It's so clean, nice, and very neat. Let's see here. You can check out your friends. They have the friends feature as well. All those that are part of, you can friend people, you can unfriend, you can send messages, you can start conversation. So now we're taking a look at this, the social media part of it, right? Let me get out from this. So now let's say that you want to, let's see what else we want to check out here. Let's say that you want to build a blog, right? Blog is another great part too of a website. So you want to create a blog. You can come on here and let's do another demo. I know some people that they want to be like a news site where you have different people that are part of your team that create content, right? With this blog extension, people can be able to create, that you can have different authors and you give them permission. I remember several years ago, I think there's a website still called E-Design Articles or something like that, where people can be able to go and they can post, articles, blog posts, and they can share revenue and, things like that. But this one here, it gives you the features that you need for people to be able to share and create new blog posts. Look at this. So if you want to build a blog, what a great way to get started here. Now let's go back here and see what else that they offer. Paid plans. People ask me all the time, Matthew, I want to start a subscription plan. I want to start a membership. I want to charge people a fee to get access to certain content on my website. Well, paid plans is one of those extensions that you need to use, right? Paid plans allows you to charge to create a membership website where people pay a certain amount. Now, the only way that they're going to get access to the features of your website is when they make a payment. So think about it. Maybe you're launching a new product. Maybe you're launching your own course website. We're going to take a look about online courses in just a minute. But you want for people to pay a subscription model, right? Well, this is a great extension for you to use. You can charge them monthly, a one-time thing, a yearly thing, whatever time frame that you want to charge them, you can be able to use this to do that. And you can build your plans. You can restrict access so that way they don't get access to every part of the website, right? So for example, something like this. Have you been on certain news websites where you click on it to read it, but then you see that in order for you to continue reading it, you have to subscribe to to get access to it? Well, you can do that with this. Maybe some of you have so much premium content that you want for people to get access, but they have to pay a monthly fee, a one-time fee, or whatever that fee is to get access to it. So you can restrict categories, right? Where if you want to show certain categories, you can show that. Let's see what else here. You can have coupon codes for them to be able to utilize. Different payment gateways. You can integrate with other extensions. So there are different plan types that you can have. You can have the free plan where everything is free. They just sign up and they can get access to that. Now, the benefit of having a free plan is that even though it's free, you get access to all that email, all the content, all that information stored in the database, so you can use that, for other reasons to start selling subscriptions. So you can do that. If you want to have let's say recurring plans, again, a monthly plan, a yearly plan, every 3 months, every 6 months, they do that here as well. So they have group plans. If you want to create a plan where people have groups, they can come in, you want to charge a certain group a certain fee, you can do that. Membership websites are very lucrative if you do it right. They are so lucrative because once you set everything up, you can automate a lot of this. You don't have to sit there and do this step by step, one by one. You don't have to do that. You can automate all of this right here, and it's going to work really well for you. And let's see what else to have. You can have a micro plan. A micro plan, this is where if you want to charge per hour. And again, all of this can be connected to different payment gateways, like a Stripe or a PayPal, Authorize.net, whatever payment gateway that you're using. you can connect all of this stuff to it. So you have this here. Now let's go back to let me go back here to Joomla. I want to show you guys something for those of you that want to start your own online school, right? You want to start your online school. You can be able to use Joomla again to get it started. I'm just looking here to see where they have the extensions. Okay, so let's go here. So they have one called Guru, which I want to show you in just a moment. Guru is a component that allows you to build an online school for your courses. I know this is a big thing. A lot of people want to build their own online courses. Well, instead of you having to pay another company a monthly fee, you know, based on the number of users that you have, well, you can utilize something like this. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this, but I want to show you some of the features that it's called Guru has. Now, I've used Guru. I used it before it was sold to this company, and they've done a tremendous job in terms of upgrading it. But if you're looking to start an online school, you want to sell your courses, there's so many other platforms out there. But the thing that I have with those other platforms is this: they would charge you a monthly fee, right? Like $30 a month, or 40 or 50 or whatever. So in a year, sometimes you can end up paying about $1,000 per year, right? Or more, to get access to use that software. Well, with this one, the beautiful thing about this is that if you want to sell your courses online, you buy the license, and it's good for, we'll take a look at the pricing for it in a minute, but you buy the license and you can use that for the entire, you don't pay any monthly fees at all. No monthly fees for this, right? No monthly fees. So I am going to, let's go to the demo, and I want to show you how this looks. So for those of you that are looking to create an online school, this is perfect for you. This is exactly what you need. Now, I'm proud of these guys because they've done a lot of upgrades and updates to it. When I started using Guru way back, I forget the latest thing that created it. She did a great job to build it. And then when it was sold, another company that took over, the Joomla took over, and they have done tremendous job. So let's just go in here. Let's just log in. We're going to log in, and I want to show you, for those content creators that you want to create a course, right? Let's go here. This is going to give your students the ability to sign up on the course, right? You can create as many courses as you need to. So let's take a look at this one here. You want to do something about, let's say Joomla here. You can make the courses free, or you can charge a fee for it. So let's take a look at Joomla 3 Basics. Now I want you to see the course structure here. You can put in the content, the description, the price, and the teacher, and it shows you in this section, right? It shows you a highlight of who, the number of students, the teacher's name, the release date. You can put the level, the duration, the price, and it gives you the courses by this. It shows you the other courses. So if you're looking to build an online school where you have other instructors put their courses, create their courses, this gives you the ability to do that. They would have their own separate back end where they can log in, they can create their courses, they can upload their videos from Vimeo or from YouTube or from any source. They can, students can get a certificate of completion. So once they complete a course, they will get a certificate of completion when that course has been created, completed. They can take that certification. You can offer your own certification through your website using the same thing. This same software, this is what major colleges and universities use. So I get questions all the time from people that say, you know, Matthew, I want to start my own online school, but I don't know where to begin. What do I use? Well, this right here, this is something great that you can use. So let's take a look a little bit more here. Okay, let's go back to the content, and let's take a look at installing the template. I want to show you how the design look at this. Now the video is not available, but typically this one has the video right here. So this is how it's going to look. The lesson list, all the lessons that you're creating are going to show up like this. So if you want to monetize your courses, this is a great way to do so. You purchase this extension and you get it on your website, get everything set up. Again, if you need help to install it, to get it, working some things, you can go to my website, MathewTamin.com, sign up for my training, and we're going to get you up and going. But you get it installed, and people can be able to take it. They can click next to go to the next, the next lesson. You can incorporate, they can download, files, not just videos, but they can do other things as well. They can download files. They can do a lot of different things. So let me come back this way here. So now let's go over to certificates, which I mentioned before. You can offer certificates on this website. So if you want people to get their certification in something or a certificate of completion, once they've completed that entire course, guess what? They can get a certificate of completion. They can download the PDF, right? So this one right now, let me just open this. It's gonna let me open it. So you see this an example is showing you that you use certificate of completion. It shows you the site name, the teacher, and it shows you the date and this certificate ID. So if you want for people to be able to verify something, this is a great way to do that. So I'm going to click here to X this. No changes. So if you want to offer certification or certificate of completion, you can do that. You can create quizzes. Let's go to quiz. I know who don't like quiz, right? You can create a quiz they can take for their final exam. And with the quizzes, this is something where you can be able to test their knowledge. You can see their progress. You can see how they're doing. Let's go over to my courses. You can see the courses that you've created. As I mentioned before, if you have a team of creators that you want them to get access to this, they can be able to create as many courses as they need to. And you can check out the completion level here. It shows you how the students are doing, what their completion level is. And if you can also reach out to the students, you can message them and see if they need help. Projects. And then for the teacher, you have the teacher's layout. It just gives a little bit more information about the teacher, and it shows you the course that this particular teacher is actually teaching. So you can scroll through. So again, for anyone that is looking to build an online school, right? You want to sell your courses online. You don't have to go that route of spending the tens of thousands to have someone develop it or to build it for you. You can get this extension and you can do some tweaks on there, and you can be able to make sure that your site is up and going. Right now, let me tell you something. People, there's a thirst for knowledge. That people are looking to learn, because the way that the world is going, those that will succeed are those that have powerful information. If someone can learn something incredible from you, guess what? They're going to come. So if you're looking to start your own online school and you want to sell your knowledge, this is the best time to start. This is the best time to start. Stop making excuses. People want to learn from you. Let me tell you something. As I go back here, I used to I used to what? Before I started teaching online, I had so many reasons to say, I can't do this. I can't do this. But I want to challenge you, those that are watching and those that are going to watch this later on. I want to challenge you to build an online courses. You can sell your knowledge. Listen, the revenue comes in while you sleep. You don't have to be there every day. Yes, it's going to take some work for you to do, but once you put in the work to create your courses, you can automate everything. You can start to sell it, right? you can start to sell it. You don't have to sit there and go through every detail with every person and explain everything. No, you don't have to do all that. So these guys have done the hard work for you, and now all that you have to do is just to utilize that component, and you can be able to get up and going. So what is stopping you from doing that? What is stopping you from building your own online school? Now we're going to take a look. We're going to take a look at Joomla e-commerce templates, and I want to show you, for those that want to create like a Shopify or something like that. There are several places where you can be able to to get Joomla templates specifically for e-commerce. So I'm just kind of go through here right now just to see. There's a site here. I didn't write it down, but it's a site. It's a site that you can be able to get some really quality template. Like you can get e-commerce templates pretty much from any site, right? But their site specifically has Joomla content. But the point of it is this: what is stopping you from building a quality website? As I mentioned before, you don't need a large team. You don't need to have 20 people on your team like you did before. Because the way technology is moving, you can use your phone. I have in my iPhone 8, Max 13 Pro Max. I can accomplish so much on the phone. Do you know that you can even edit your website on the phone? So what is stopping you from taking your business to the next level? People say, "Oh, Joomla, it's so hard." No, it's not hard or challenging. It's not hard or challenging. What is stopping you from taking your business to the next level? What is really stopping you? I know that you're going to take this information and you're going to do something incredible with it. I'm just trying to find here another site that I wanted to show you so that you can be able to see. Again, my goal for today was just to highlight some of the things that you can accomplish with Joomla without coding. Because a lot of people say, you know what, Joomla is so difficult, it's so hard. Is it dead? Do I need to switch to another, software? You don't need to switch to another software because you have everything that you need. So I am going through. I just want to find something else to show. So make sure that you're sharing this video. Make sure that you're sharing this. Make sure you're sharing this video for anyone that wants to start create websites and they feel like they're a little bit stuck, right? Make sure that you're sharing this. So right there, all the stuff that you've seen, you have a lot of great tools that you can maybe utilize. So I hope that with the things that I've been able to share with you, you can utilize that to build something. You don't have to be a coder anymore. Again, I keep emphasizing the part because sometimes people think that you need to, that's a great point too that Angelica said, multilingual site, which I didn't get to mention. Thank you so much, Angelica. Hope I'm saying your name correctly. That's another great point. If you're looking to build a multilingual website, yes. If you're looking to build a multilingual website, right, you want to use Joomla because it allows you to whatever language that you speak. That is a big part too, that the page builders that's been created, you have people there that speak different languages. That's the beauty about Joomla. It's international. It's universal. So if you don't speak English or Spanish or German or whatever language your native language is, Joomla allows you to be able to do that. You can translate it into your native tongue, right? There's so many extensions here, which I didn't have as much time today to cover those, but there are so many extensions that you can be able to use Even with like the SB page builder that I mentioned, you can translate that into your own language. Gridbox, T4 framework, T4 page builder, you can translate that into your language. So I get a lot of email and have a large following from non-English native speakers, right? And they're always asking, Mathew, I want to build the website, but the language thing, can I translate to my native tongue? Absolutely, you can. You can. And my goal today was just to show you the possibility and the things that you can be able to do. Now, let me just share this here with you quickly, right? So if you go on the site now, this is the Joomla site. You have the language pack. And it says this: Joomla speaks your language. Did you hear that? Joomla speaks your language. So whether you speak French, Japanese, or Farsi, or Swahili, or Spanish, or Yiddish, or whatever language that it is, you can use the Joomla language pack and install on your website, and you can translate it to your native tongue. So maybe you're thinking about starting a website in your country, right? And you want to offer services to people there. Well, you can do that. And in closing here, I just want to say this. In closing, I want to say this. There's great opportunity right now for anybody that is serious enough. You want to make money doing this. You can. You can build templates with Joomla. With what I've just showed you, you can charge people a fee, and you can buy any one of these extensions that I showed you here and build websites for people and sell it. I remember someone took one of my courses online and they emailed me, no joke. They said, Mathew, I took your course and I was able to build a website, and I sold the website for the amount that they told me. This, like, it was for like 20,000 or something like that. And I was like, wow, that's incredible. They sold a website that they learned how to build with Joomla for over $20,000. Now, this is a person who, they didn't have experience creating websites. They didn't know how to build websites, but they watched my training, my courses, and they were able to use that knowledge to start their own web agency. Maybe you're watching this, right? Maybe you're watching this and you're saying, Mathew, I want to get into the web design business. It's a lucrative field because people always need a website. That is one thing that will never go out of style. I don't care how many apps, all these apps are great. But there are so many businesses. I read the statistics, even in the U.S. I think it was something like 46 or 47% of small businesses don't have websites. Almost 50% in the U.S. And it's a major economy. You can imagine if almost half of the businesses, small businesses in the country here don't have a website. Imagine in developing nations, they want to get out. So there is opportunity for you to start your own web design agency. You don't have to have a large team. You can go on different freelancing websites, and I've trained so many people that today they will go on freelancing websites and they build quality websites for other people. They build quality websites. What if you can start your own web design agency and you could start building websites for people? You could charge whatever rate that you want. Now, of course, I have a rate card that I go through and to show you how much should you charge, how many pages, how many, that whole package deal. But I just wanted to come on today to let you know that there's a great opportunity today with the way that the world is going. You don't want to put your hope in the economy. Look at when COVID happened. So many people lost their jobs. And a lot of those people that lost their jobs, they were panicking because that job was all that they knew how to do. They didn't have any other skill that they could use that was in demand. They had a lot of skills, right? But their skills was just specific to that job only. I'm so blessed and so thankful to God that I can go anywhere on this planet and thrive. I can go anywhere. I can go in a country that I don't speak the language. I've done that before. I can go in a country where nobody knows who I am and not just succeed, but thrive. Why am I saying this so confidently? Because I learned skill set. Listen, someone can fire you from a job, but they can never fire your skill set. Let me say that again. Someone can fire you from a job, but they can never fire your skill set. They can never fire the skill sets that you have. So why don't you learn something today that you can use now? Having the skill set to build websites is so great because it is in demand, and it is always going to be in demand for years to come. There's so many of you, you're terrified of losing your job. I see people right now, they're terrified of losing their job because that's all the skill set that they have. Well, what if you can build websites? You can start a consultant industry. Even if you don't want to create the website yourself, you can start to consult people. Consultants make a lot of money. They don't build the website themselves, but they they know the information that's needed. They know, and Joomla offers that to you. Joomla offers that to you. So I want to thank you guys so much for those that tune in, for those that watch. You know, I'm going to be doing more live, and the next live that I do is going to be a lot more in-depth training on how do you build a landing page? How do you build a website from scratch? What about web hosting, which I didn't go over today? What about web hosting? You know, so all this are things that's needed for you if you want to build a solid website. And let me tell you something, you don't have to leave Joomla. Joomla is alive and well, and Joomla is stronger than it's ever been before. I am so confident in that. And the reason why I'm confident, because I look at the project and I see the amount of work and the dedication that the team is putting in. So for those of you that think, you know, maybe I can just leave Joomla, or maybe you've had a bad experience before and you're considering, listen, you need to come back to Joomla. Joomla wants you, baby. Joomla needs you. But I'm just saying this, it's that you don't have to transfer to another platform. Now, it's great to have other skill set. So I hope that today you've learned something. You know, maybe you've learned a few things you can be able to use. But again, if you're looking for a one-on-one training, you can go to my website. Let me just put it in the chat. MathewTamin.com. And you can go there to learn. Also, you can check out the LearnJoomlaFast.com for free training. This is by other instructors around the world. So again, this are free tools that you can be able to use. If you're getting started, you trying to, you know what, Matthew, I just want to get started. I need to learn, get, you know, things on my belt. Go to LearnJoomlaFast.com, right? And you can watch a bunch of tutorials absolutely free. If you need help on a one-on-one basis where I can help you with your specific type of business, this is for your business alone. You need consulting. You need what type of extensions to use. You need to know what, you know, SEO and marketing and all those things for your website. Go to my website, MathewTamin.com, and we can get you going there. But again, if you have any questions, right, leave your questions in the comment, and I would do the best that I can. For those of you that have tuned in from all over the world on different platforms, you know, thanks for watching. But make sure that you leave your comments, you know, below. I'm going to be doing more live training, more videos, because I want to help you, right? I want to help you. You're welcome, Angelica. You're welcome. I want to help you to become successful. I thank God for the success that I have because of Joomla. The skill set that I've learned, you know, I'm able to do stuff on a corporate scale now that if I hadn't learned Joomla, I learned from the school of the hard knocks. So there's some that are watching and saying, man, this is so hard, you know. I'm not ever gonna this. And I'm listen. Let me tell you, you can do this. You have a ton of resources at your disposal right now to build amazing websites, whether it's for yourself. You can start a side gig creating websites with Joomla. That's when I started. Listen, I used to, when I started, I was charging like $7 an hour, $8 an hour. And I was so excited, right? When I got a client, that was my first project for Joomla. They paid me $500. I had just lost a job, a dead end job that I was there for like 2 months or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go out on my own and do this Joomla stuff on my own. Just had a new baby then. I was like, I got to do something. Like, rent's due, bills are due. I can't just, this job still wasn't working. So I started creating websites Joomla. And my first client paid me $500 for their website. Man, I was so excited. It was like I just won the lottery. Because the times were so rough, were really tough. 500. And then my goal was like, you know what? If someone can pay me $500 for a website, I bet you they can pay me $1,000. So after a few months of trying, boom. You know what? Someone else paid me $1,000. I'm like, you know what? If I can get $1,000 for a website, I know that I can get 2,000. So I just kept improving my skill set. I kept learning. I kept, I try and error. I mess up. I do this. I do that. And I kept going and going again. And boom, someone paid me $2,000 for a website. And I was like, you know what? I bet I could get 5,000. I said, I bet I can get someone to pay me 5,000 to build a website for Joomla for them. It didn't happen after a month. It didn't happen after 2 months. It didn't happen after 3 months, but you know what? I kept working at it. A lot of times, people just give up on their business so easily. Oh, Joomla is so hard, website is, and they just give up. But I kept on at it, and you know what? I finally had a date with a local business. They paid me, they wrote me a check for $5,000. $5,000. I was like, what? Now, for some people, $5,000 may not be that much. But you know how sometimes when you work so hard to attain something and it seems like it's taking forever, like it's never going to happen, and then all of a sudden, boom, it happened? What if someone paid you $5,000 right now to build a website for them? And I'm talking about this was like in 2017 when this happened, 18 around then, when it happened. I got a $5,000 check for creating a website with Joomla. I was like, you know what? I bet, guess what? I guess you know now. I bet I can get 10,000. I can get a little bit more. And then eventually, I was able to close a deal. I'm not saying all this number shit to brag. I am not saying all this number shit to brag. But I'm saying this to inspire and encourage, because a lot of you get so discouraged. You want to build your website. It's like it's not going. You don't know. You get frustrated. So eventually, I was able to work on a deal. And they wrote me a check for $25,000. $25,000. $25,000, and then that same week, I got another check for another project for $5,000. So there I was with $30,000, looking at for $30,000, like wow. So I'm just saying this to inspire you. I'm just saying to let you know, man, you can do this. Don't give up on your business. Don't give up on your business. Don't give up on your business. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure that you share this. Make sure that you, if you got questions, leave your comments below. And I hope that you learned something from this. I hope that you really do, because my heart is, I love to give back. I really do. So you have a wonderful evening. I look forward to join you again on another live. I'm going to do more lives now because I love this interaction. So you have a wonderful night. God bless you.